Hey guys, Vazzy back here. And in today's video, we have episode 17 of our Quebec Nordiques Draft to Glory franchise mode. And today we're going to finally see if the guys can get it done, or if it'll be once again a season of failure. Made some slight changes with the coaches. I brought in Andrew Brunette. He is literally A+ everything. You cannot have a better coach in this game, as well as just the other A+ coaches we have here. Have the best coaching staff in all of hockey. Hopefully that will be a big role in this team's success. Going over to our lines now, and honestly I think probably the most stacked we've ever had. +5, +5, +2, +2. Lefebvre here, former 5th round pick. He's a low elite, already up to 81 overall at 20 years of age. He will be debuting in the lineup this year. Defensively, I believe everything's the same except for actually Gaudet down there is making his debut, 75 overall. And has that medium top 4 potential. So that is what the defense is looking like. Moving over to the goaltending, again, no change whatsoever. I don't know why Lascelles is not starting our first game. Still 95 overall, franchise potential. And I don't think it's a controversial take to say he is the best player we have ever had in this franchise. He's carried so many of these teams. Going over to the draft class, let's see if anything special is coming up here for the QMJHL. And it actually looks like we have a few players that are supposed to be first round talent at least. So no matter where we finish, we should get, someone that's decent that we can add to the pipeline. But like always, let me go and start the simulation. I will cut back to you guys a little bit later on in the NHL season. Alright, so I am back with you guys. A couple of weeks left here in the NHL season. Currently sitting with a record of 49, 22, and 5. Another very, very successful regular season for our Quebec Nordiques. Does that change in the playoffs? I honestly don't know, but we're going to find out pretty soon. So we should hit the 50 win mark, and there we go. Another 50 win season, another 100+ point season as a team. What is that now, like our 5th, 6th, 7th year in a row in the playoffs? It's got to be something like that. The start of the series was definitely rough for that. We didn't make it for quite a while, but now we've been on a roll, making it into the playoffs. So finishing with a record of 51, 25, and 6 on the season. That is good to put us first in our division by a pretty comfortable margin. Okay, so in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs, we will be facing the Tampa Bay Lightning. Interesting. So a team that I don't believe we have faced just yet in this series. So let's go take a look at all our stats here. So like I said, 51, 25, and 6, good for 108 points on the year. In the league, that puts us 5th, so definitely our lowest finish in the past few years, I want to say. Still very, very good, though. Rozzy there leading the way with 91 points. Let's take a look at the rest of the performances throughout this roster. Joseph with 80, Desnoyers 76, Lemaire 65. Even our rookie there at 50 points. Just, yeah, a lot of really good scoring throughout our middle 6. LaBelle Norman killing it as always. Belanger, 42, that's insane from him. And in the net, 40, 17, and 4 for Lascelles, 914 save, 2.59 goals against. That honestly could be a Vezina season for him. Been a while since he's been in that conversation, but I think he could pretty easily do it this year. So let's go take a look at what the Tampa Bay Lightning are looking at like here, almost 20 years in the future. So they have pretty solid top line there, Frondel centering it, 94 Morrow, franchise player on the second line. Defensively, definitely looking a little bit weaker, especially with a 72 on their second pairing. In the net, they have Merrick's made-up goalie here, 87 overall. Definitely good enough for them to easily steal a series here from us, so we have to be playing our best hockey. Okay, so let's go here through the first 4 games like we normally do and see where this team is sitting. Starting things off at home, good to have that home ice advantage, but we do lose first game pretty big. Win 5-4 in the second one. Going to Tampa Bay, we lose 5-2 and then win 4-2. Sitting 2-2 here through 4 games. Big game here at home, 7-4 win. Okay, so we take the advantage. Let's try and finish them off here in game number 6. In Tampa Bay, it's a 3-2 loss. So we're going to game 7 in the first round against Tampa Bay, and it's a 5-3 loss. So we're almost 20 years into this franchise, and we just can't get past the second round. It just absolutely amazes me at this point. Alright, so like always, let me go simulate to the end of the playoffs, and I will cut back to you guys when we have a Stanley Cup champion. So the New York Islanders finally get it done. One of the better teams in this universe the past few years. I'm surprised it took them that long. Looking at the awards here, we actually have a Calder winner. Lefebvre there, one of our rookie players from this year, a former 5th rounder. Unfortunately, no Vezina trophy this year. I thought we really were going to be in contention for that. Unfortunately, does not look like it's going to be the case. No other award winners for us this year. Let's simulate toward the NHL entry draft. Capitals win the top pick, followed by Carolina moving from 4 to 2. And let's see here, retired players should be up next. Who do we have in 2040? Matty Beniers, Dylan Guenther, Slavkovsky. Thank goodness we don't have to face him in Montreal anymore. Going to the goaltending, Nicholas Kokko, Timov, and Kolosov there are your top retired goalies. There's your retired coaches screen. Hopefully we didn't lose anyone once again. And let's get into the NHL entry draft here. Let's see, there should be some talent, I believe, at least in the first round here. We'll see what our scouts ended up discovering. Let's go to pick 27 where we are. And let's see what happened here in the first few picks. So, medium elites all the way across. Haven't had a franchise player in a while. And definitely not the highest rated elites either. Alright, so let's go see. QMJHL, what do we have? Karkner and Darsh. Unfortunately, Karkner is an American sniper, so he is not eligible to us. Would be nice. But honestly, I think Darsh is probably the better pick overall. We will go with him. 67 overall, low elite sniper. Absolutely going to have a future on this team. That's just like our first rounder last year. I believe it was Jeffreyon or something like that. He was low elite 65, so another very good pick. Going back to the queue here, what else do we have? Nothing really jumping out at me here, sorting by potential, but maybe a low elite later. Honestly, I guess let's just go with probably McKenna there. He's supposed to be the next one up to go. He's a gem. Low top 6 is what it is. Third round pick here. Is there anybody else, any other value that we can grab from this draft? Let's see. So all Canadians coming up here. Unfortunately, none of them have the best potential at all. Honestly, let's just go Bissonnette here just because the name. Low top 9, power forward. Likely will never have a role on this team. Continuing on here. Yeah, it kind of sucks that we're at this point already in the draft. We had a really good draft last year. Looks like this year may be a bit of a down. Let's go with this defender here. He is medium top 6. That's actually a decent pick. 59 overall is not terrible. Let's move on to the 5th round now. And honestly, at this point, maybe let's take a shot on the potential low elite guys. Let's go at 200. We can take him now. Connor Lopp. He is a Canadian. Ooh, low top 9. Okay, so we definitely missed there, unfortunately. Go on to the 6th round here. So 2 picks left. Probably 2 players that won't ever play for us, but I don't know, let's see. Could just go for the guaranteed low 9. Sorting by potential, he is our best player available. Not even medium top 9 showing up at this point, so that really sucks. And then going to the 7th round, the last pick for us in the 2040 NHL draft. Haven't gotten this far into our franchise mode in quite some time. So I guess just take a flyer on one of those low 9s. It really doesn't matter either way. Low bottom 6, it is what it is. So definitely disappointing draft. Outside of Darsh, I don't see any of these players ever playing for us. Yeah, it is what it is. We have some good guys coming up in the pipeline. I'm fine with a little bit of a weaker draft this year. But overall, I think that is going to do it for today's video. Episode 17 of our Draft to Glory franchise mode here with the Nordiques. And honestly, at this point, I don't know if we're ever going to actually end up winning anything. I think the plan is we'll probably go 20 episodes with this, and we'll kind of see where we're at that point. See if this team is improving or if we're starting to go downhill a bit. But overall, that will do it for today's video. I will see you all in the next one.